Reliving the wild 3-week process that was 4 steps that landed the Texans Stefon Diggs, and there's clues that Nick Caserio might be up to a little something sooner rather than later. Let's go inside the locker room.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the locker room on YouTube. You know what it is. Let's get it. Hey. Locker room. Yeah, we in the locker room. Texas talk. Yeah, you know what we about to do.
Texans made a splash landing Stefon Diggs, and the most impressive thing about it has been the process that led them there. The 3 weeks in which the Texans, in 4 steps, acquired Stefon Diggs, it's impressive, it's commendable, and it's actually pretty wild when you look back at it. Oh, by the way, we're 3 weeks ahead of the draft, and the Texans are kind of giving us more clues that they may be up to something else. Step one of this whole thing happened 3 weeks ago. It was March 14th. Keenan Allen failed trade attempt. You had the Texans attempt to acquire Keenan Allen. It didn't happen, and people immediately wondered, okay, now what? You've shown that interested in you're interested in Keenan Allen, but what are you going to do now that you didn't get him? And that was on March 14th. The very next day, I think this is where perhaps the process of trying to acquire Diggs began, because you made the trade with the Minnesota Vikings. Follow this. Don't lose this. You traded your first. You moved back 19 spots. You got that second, and you got a second next year. And you had another pick swap. So you made the trade with the Minnesota Vikings, and we immediately started asking the question, okay, what's going on? There was a video. What is Nick Caserio up to? Why would they do this? What's going on? March 29th, we go 15 days from the Keenan Allen trade, and 2 weeks from the trade with the Vikings. The Texans restructure Titus Howard's contract. You immediately wonder, okay, what are they up to? Put out a video. What is Nick Caserio up to? What is he cooking up? What's the deal? Where is this? And then we go to April 3rd, which was exactly 3 weeks from the Keenan Allen failed trade attempt, and the Texans trade for Stefon Diggs. So we got the answer to that question. The craziest thing about this whole 3-week process, in which March 14th, Keenan Allen failed trade attempt. March 15th, Texans trade with Vikings. March 29th, the Titus Howard restructured contract. And April 3rd, yesterday, the Texans trade for Stefon Diggs. Is they use the extra second that they got in step 2, the trade with the Vikings. They used the cap space to be able to take on Diggs' deal. And oh, by the way, it wasn't even the original plan. Originally, it was Keenan Allen, which is wild. It speaks to Nick Caserio's ability, which we've always talked about, to pivot. That's wild, but there might be more. Wait, there might be more. And this is where it gets kind of exciting. 3 weeks from today. So 3 weeks to get here. 3 weeks from today is the NFL draft. And the Texans still have every draft pick that they had before this trade. They got the 2 seconds, they got the 3rd, and they got all the picks that they've had. Now, with these reports and with these results, what's the one thing that we've heard about the Texans? According to Diana Rossini, the Texans offered a 3rd-round pick, not this year, but next year. We saw the Stefon Diggs trade. They traded, despite the fact that they have 2 this year and 2 next. They traded a 2nd-round pick next year, not this year. When they made the trade with the Minnesota Vikings, D'Amico Ryan said it at the owners' meetings. Nick Caserio said it multiple times. They like what they can put together in that 2nd round, in that range. So it makes you wonder, is Nick Caserio up to something else? What do the Texans like so much about this draft? From one 3-week plan to potentially another, the Texans are cooking, and a lot of people are starting to notice. Be sure to subscribe, like, ride along. Listen to me 10 to 2 Central, Sports Radio 610, and the Odyssey app. You can see me on YouTube as well. Putting together a draft gathering Saturday, a little celebration at an establishment around here. Going to collaborate with Cody Stutz and Figgy Fig. So be on the lookout for that. Be sure to subscribe, like, ride along, listen to Sports Radio 610, and let me know, what the hell is Caserio up to? No matter what it is, when it comes to this Texan stuff, we're all in it together. Thanks for pulling up.
Texas talk, yeah, you know what we about to do. Localize every angle's what we really do. We the source, we the pulse of the city too. Landlocked, got the game in the headlock. Localize.